Oh, flower of Scotland, when we see the like of you again. Hi, Elizabeth Hagen said, just thinking of Scotland. I'm going to call this jersey that I've got on, or cardigan, the Catherine Keith. Keith is just short north of Inch, Inverurie, Aberdeen. But anyway, I've got my Catherine. It's a bit cold today because we're in the middle of winter in Papamoa Beach. We've had torrential rain for the last, God knows how long, 2 weeks. And today's a sort of a dry day, but it's still cold. Um, I thought I'd tell you a wee story. True story. This person lived at 25 Haines Street, Seven Hills. And I wrote a story, Son of a Nazi. Now, after reading and listening and watching Nazi stories on YouTube, I now do believe, I've always said it, but no one's ever believed me that I've said it. But now that I've seen it and I've said it, that this family had stolen the Jews' identity papers, and the father was a SS soldier attached to Hitler's regime. I wrote a booklet, Son of a Nazi. We're not allowed to say Nazi anymore, but I don't care. I don't say Nazi out in the street. Or do I? No, I don't. Anyway, so true story. They lived at 25 Haines Street along with the son. The son of the Nazi was Thomas Kolansky, Kolanski. He was born on the 14th of February, 1949. Predator, sex predator, child groomer. I'm only guessing his brother Clements, or Clem, as one would call him, was the same, but I didn't have much to do with the brother. That's written in my wee booklet, which I'm going to get republished soon, and I will send it to all the people who wish, especially Catherine, especially a few others. But at the moment, the son of the Nazi was a groomer. And unfortunately, I was guilty groomed because of my family. I'll blame my family for this. They were always drunk. They were never home. I needed nurturing. I needed excitement, but not in the way. But anyway, it's all written in my booklet that I will get republished. I will have to, once I get my new printer, I have to print off the book to get it, to take the paperwork to the printers to turn it into a book lit. But anyway, Thomas Kolansky, Clements Kolansky, they lived at 25 Haines Street, Seven Hills, Blacktown, Sydney, Australia. A few years ago, I was speaking to a Sydney journalist about my story, and he said, but they still live at 25 Haines Street. It's on their electro roll. I said, no, their Nazi mother, their mother Hildegard, I've got 72 messages on something. Sorry if that came up on my video. Their mother Hildegard used to sign their name, Clements and Thomas, on the electro roll, saying yes, they live at 25 Haines Street, and they lived at 25 Haines Street till his parents got very unwell or old, and stuff like that. So the journalist was basically saying that I was a liar, that this particular Thomas lived at Toongabbie, Wentworthville, Doonside, Marion, and all the other places that he lived at, or should I say, oh, anyway. Once you read my book, that's it. That you'll know. But so he was born in 1949. The parent, after reading and watching a YouTube channel, and I saw him. I saw the father. I thought, oh my God, Father, that's him. That's him. Standing about 3 lines behind Hitler. And I thought, oh, Jesus, what's his name? What's his name? And anyway, I need someone out there in YouTube land to help me find the Kalansky real name. Because it was the name Kalansky was Polish, was supposed to be Polish, and they stole that identity of people probably gone into the death camp, into the incinerator, and there's never been any real truth. I don't know what school Thomas and Clements went to. All I was told that they went to a Catholic school. I did some investigation, as I will call it, investigation, and there's no trace of them being educated in the Blacktown, Seven Hills, Toongabbie, Parramatta area. But unfortunately for us searchers, Australia forgave the SS soldiers, forgave them, like, God, we forgive you. So they wiped all the Nazi regime, all the Nazi hunters out of Australia, I think late 1960s, I think. But anyway. So Thomas Kalansky, you may be 75 or something like that. I don't care. A bit late in life, but they're coming after you, baby. They're gonna get you. Shame that they didn't get you sooner. Well, some of them did, actually. I remember a time when it was sitting in a pub. Like, we used to have pubs in Australia, like real pubs. And anyway, someone came in behind him and had a full bottle of beer and just whacked him over the head. And good on you, mate. He deserved a medal for whacking him on the head, because there's a secret. They got a family secret, just like the other day when I was watching Hitler's a Hitler story, and the 4 sons, great grandsons, 4 great grandsons who now live in America, and the Hitler family had changed their surname to Hutchinson, I think. And anyway, those 4 boys chose not to have children because of the name Hitler. They did not want that Hitler name to be carried on. And good on those 4 boys that they never had children. They chose not to. And if you look at the interview on YouTube and their movie, you'll find that they're really hiding something. And same with Thomas and Clements Kalansky from now Queensland, Australia, Biwa Beach, I think. Thomas Kalansky is married to a Rooster Sue. She's called herself Rooster Sue because she loves the Roosters, the Rooster rugby team, or NFL, I think, or whatever. And anyway, so the other night, so I'll end that story. So any YouTubers out there who are into investigation for ex-Nazi people, can you contact me so we can get cracking? with this investigation. The other night there, the All Blacks rugby team played Scotland, and I was invited to go over and watch the rugby at a venue. And I said, no, I'd rather watch it at home. So I watched it in bed at home with a cup of tea. And I stood up and, oh, flower of Scotland. And anyway, then I had someone knocking on the front door, well, on the ding-dong bell, saying, I can hear you. I can hear you singing. What are you singing? I says, flower of Scotland. I'm rooting for the Scottish. But the All Blacks won. The All Blacks rugby team won. Oh, poor Scotland. But they were trained. And they played a good game. Then last night, the All Blacks rugby team played the French. Ha, ha, ha. The French lost. Ha, 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 ha. But anyway, that's besides the point. So the other night, we had at a venue, they had casino night. Didn't cost anything. Drinks were free. Packets of chips were free. You walk in, they give you a chit, and it's worth so many dollars, and you go and cash it in, and you get a bundle, a big hand. So I carried a handbag over my shoulder, and I filled it up. I filled my handbag up. And before you knew it, I'm walking around like this because my bag was so heavy because I kept winning on I call it the chocolate wheel. You know, that wheel for casino. And then that wheel that goes round and round and round. Well, I kept winning on those two tables. I don't play cards, so I don't understand cards. I only know how to play strip jack poker. But anyway, I kept winning. So I was getting tired, so I got all my chits. I don't know how much they were. I threw them on the chocolate wheel table on all the numbers, and it kept winning. And I said, oh no, I want to go home. So I grabbed them all and I went over to the other table that, you know, with you put the ball in and it goes around and around and around. And so I threw all my chits on there. I lost. Yay! I didn't win a thing. And people just sort of went, But that was free. It was fun. I had fun. I had fun. Then last night I went to this venue and they were meant to have karaoke. I love karaoke. And I had been practicing a few songs for karaoke. And we turn up. No karaoke. Just the ukulele group. Well, some of the ukulele group. They're good. They're good players. But there's just one woman that just grates me. She's trying to be the matriarch of the ukulele group. She's trying to be the matriarch of the bingo group. She's trying to be the matriarch of the whole groups. But I haven't seen her bowling yet. I haven't seen her on the croquet field yet. But anyway, so I made a song up about her and a dog. But anyway, there's dog shit everywhere, and it's her dog shit. So I made up a song. So next time I see her, I will sing it at our singing group that I have on a Monday afternoon at late in the afternoon. If she goes. And then this particular woman who's trying to be the matriarch of the group, of all the groups, tried a, what do you call it? Okie dokie dance. What do you call? Line dancing. Line dancing, that's right. So line dancing, and so we go along to line dancing, and she's watching off the TV and then trying to instruct us. My godfather, she can't damn dance for 2 bob. But anyway, her timing's out. Her arms are all up here, you know. For fuck's sake. Anyway, that's the end of her. Then I had another woman at bingo for many weeks on end. She said, oh, my neck, my neck. And I said, what's the matter with it? She says, my arthritis, my arthritis. Well, why hasn't she got a scarf on or a physiotherapist, band thing for her neck? I've got arthritis, but I never complain about it. I just get on with it. And if my neck's sore, when I get home, I put my dog collar on, and I've got arthritis of the hand, and I just put everything on. Sometimes I wear them, but not around here. That's my complaint. I'm moaning today. Today's a moaning. It must be. I feel as though I'm moaning about everything, but I had my vacuum cleaner out. My housekeeper, she was going, but she turned out to be too noisy. Otherwise, she'd be doing the floor now. But I'll turn her on once we're finished here. So the story for today, Sunday, the 12th of July, 2025, is I didn't win lotto last night. Bugger. But I buy 10 weeks worth at a time, so I may have won a few bob when I take the tickets up later on after my housekeeper's done the floor. And yeah, so winter time in New Zealand, winter time in the Bay of Plenty, Papamoa Beach, bit cold. Went down to the beach yesterday when it was piddling down with rain, and I mean it was torrential, but I went down there anyway on my push bike. And the sea, I've never seen the Papamoa Beach sea so high in my whole life. Even the seagulls were taking cover under shelter, under the grass on the sand dunes. And I might go down later and collect seashells, more seashells. Love seashells, don't know why, but the best time to collect seashells at Papamoa Beach, where I live, is on a hot day. They have a rough sea at night, and then the seashells are there on the next day when the sea is flat and the orcas come in. The orcas start to sail past, and the dolphins come along, and it's just absolutely beautiful. But I don't like taking my phone down to the beach because I know what happens. My stupid me would drop it in the sand, and I'd end up with sand everywhere. So that's why I don't take my phone camera. But I am going to go to Harvey Norman's to get a camera. That'll happen probably next week, even though today's Sunday, but it'll happen next week. I need because my El Cheapo microwave died, because I've never had a microwave, never ever had a microwave. So I got a El Cheapo one, and she died because I wasn't using it properly and I didn't know how to use it properly. So I'll get another one. I'll get a middle of the road expensive one, and see how it goes then. It's only to heat milk, my soup, and a few other things. I don't use it for cooking. I've got the air fryer for that, and an electric frying pan. I do have an oven, and I do have a dishwasher. I have never used them. I don't need to. There's only one of me, and if I want to bake a cake, I'll just go down the cake shop. And I can't because I'm a diabetic. I've been good, except for yesterday when I went to the shop and I bought a tub of ice cream and I ate it. But I'm fine. What diabetes? I'll probably pay for it later on today. But anyway, Flower of Scotland, been thinking of you. I just wonder how you are, and everyone else. And how's that brand new baby, Dolores, and the other wee one? I just hope everything turns out fine for for you and your family. I see your photo the other day of your dad celebrating of his birthday, his death, and all the other stuff that goes on with the Second World War. He certainly wasn't an American military man, wasn't he? Oh, sorry, I just knocked the table and the camera just went bleh. Sorry, that was me. Yeah, and Catherine and Derek, we'll see you soon. Not physically because I'm going elsewhere for Christmas. But I'll see you on the when we have face-to-face time. But anyway, I'm going to end now, and I'm going to sing "O Flower of Scotland." Oh, flower of Scotland, when we see the like of you again.